This is a selection of memories from 3 of the page's members. Alison Stewart's father was part of an essential group of people in World War II. Elizabeth Windsor, the present Queen, was also part of it. They might not have marched or fought. They were small cogs in a big operation that kept engines running, jeeps moving, tanks trundling, and planes flying. Her father repaired engine and aircraft. In particular, he repaired Spitfires. These are pictures of him during this time. Formed in 1941, conceived to operate behind enemy lines in North Africa, the SAS initially consisted of 6 officers and 60 men. One of the original 60 was Jimmy Story, who was born on Ayr and grew up in Lochside. He survived the disastrous first SAS mission, which claimed 2/3 of the original team. Jimmy was already a commando when he was hand-picked by David Stirling to form the basis of the original regiment. They would spend the rest of the war using stealth, cunning, and brutal tactics to create chaos and damage the enemy. One unit, more than any other, became essential to the success of the SAS, the Long Range Desert Unit, or LRDG. It was essential to the SAS mission that they remained hidden until the point of operation. Between the SAS and the LRDG, they came up with the idea of driving through the remote desert, ignoring roads and avoiding the use of noisy aircraft. This obviously required highly skilled drivers in desert conditions. However, it required something else. A desert is featureless, the sands shift on a regular basis, therefore maps are useless. The LRDG had to be able to navigate through this barren desert by the use of the stars. Such was the expertise that Jimmy Story and the rest of his unit were able to get extremely close to the target unseen. Kate Fleming's father, John Brown, was a member of the LRDG from its inception early in the war. Once near their target, a small unit would then leave the LRDG on foot or in the jeeps that accompanied them. They would access the enemy airfields, plant bombs and blow up dozens of planes. Sometimes they drove jeeps into the occupied airfield with machine guns spitting out 90,000 rounds per minute, destroying everything in their path. After wreaking the carnage, the SAS fighting unit would rendezvous with the LRDG and disappear back into the desert night. Kate tells of her father during this time in Egypt and having to sleep under the trucks in the middle of the night. During the day they endured stifling heat. At night the temperature dropped to freezing. He said that when they shook their bedroll, there would be dozens of scorpions under it. They were looking for some heat, he would say. He was involved in many exploits during the war, including the liberation of Monte Cassino. John Brown treasured his scorpion badge until the day that he died. The family are still really proud of him. As for Jimmy Story, one of the original SAS, he survived the war, was blessed with a large family, some of whom are members of the page, and when he died in 2012, he was the last surviving member of the original 66.